around the world.
Good evening, everyone. Healthy Happiness for Hope and Healing, the H4 Summit, presents tonight Arts for Peace and Happiness. Our event will now begin. I would like to introduce our host for the evening, the wonderful, the charismatic Rajiv Jadhav. He is a serial entrepreneur and manifestation coach. Take it away, Rajiv.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. Thank you for that warm introduction. Welcome, everyone, to the second H4 Summit, Healthy Happiness for Hope and Healing, Arts for Peace. We have a special program lined up for you, filled with magnificent speakers and performers and artists, which I'm sure you will enjoy. But before we get started, I'd like to call upon UCT International Chairperson Yiling Li. UCT International is a United Nations NGO and along with the H4 Summit supports all 17 goals of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. This summit specifically supports 2 of those 17 sustainable goals. Number 3, which is good health and well-being, and number 16, which is peace and justice, which is what the world needs right now. Before we get started, can we have a poll? Can we launch the poll? Right now, you will see a poll in front of you where we just want to know how you're doing. If you're feeling good, you're feeling not that great, it's okay. Please be honest. We would like to know how you're feeling right now. Yeah, and while you do that, I now call upon Yiling Li, who will lead us with a few words. Yiling Li, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. How are you? How's everybody feeling? Okay, I'm very honored, very happy to host this very special event. And my name is Yiling. I'm UCT president. Actually, this is our second event on the Zoom meeting. So I'm very, very exciting. And especially this time we have more people than last time. And next time we may do the live. So each time we have more people join us, more strong hands hold with us, which is great. So please allow me to represent all of organizers to welcome everybody. And thank you so much for spending this beautiful moment with us. I hope everybody through these 2 hours, through our dance, through our beautiful song and the beautiful arts, you can feel peace and happiness. And you can see my background here. Here it means Chinese calligraphy, peace. And the whole of calligraphy is once our former UN Secretary General, Mr. Pan Ki-moon, and another one is our today, the first VIP speaker, Professor Li Guodong. He is world leader calligraphy and the peace ambassador. So I'm so exciting. And we deliver the message, peace and happiness to the world. So future, I hope everybody to join our team. Actually, today I have good news to share with you. Because of you joining this special event, I'd like to invite all of you to become our member for free. Wow, this is big benefit, right? Okay, so for free. So if you're interested to join our member, Alina will send the link, email, and you can follow up the email to us. So our next event will be August 8th and 8 o'clock. This time is 7 July, 7 and 7 o'clock. So next is 8 o'clock, which is you all of you invited to join our next event. So I wish everybody have a good time and wish this event successful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Yiling. Thank you. Thank you for leading us with those words of inspiration. Thank you for that, Yiling.
My pleasure.
I would now like to call upon Makukubu Ali El Bey to lead us in a word of prayer. For those that don't know, Makukubu is a very special individual, professional, activist. He is actually the consultant for the Republic of Gambia and is also the consultant of the President of the Republic of Gambia and is also responsible for the free and fair elections of Gambia, also known as the flower of Africa. Makukubu, over to you. Can we have Makukubu?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, production team, can we have Makukubu on screen, please?
You got me?
Yeah, production team, can we have Makukubu as the spotlight video? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, production team. Makukubu, the stage is yours and you look amazing, sir. You look amazing, as always.
And I want to thank everyone for coming to our event, Arts for Peace, the Healthy Happiness for Hope and Healing, Arts for Peace. And I want to start with the chant.
Makukubu, can you take one step back?
Is this better?
Yeah, that's perfect, actually. That's perfect. We want to enjoy you in all of your magnificence. So that's perfect.
How's the volume?
You could take one step forward as well. Just one step.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Magilla, Nazima, Atu, and Wazi Umutu means called before the Most High, standing in His name. Called before the Most High, standing in His name is a very exalted position. And from there, we'll go into a cleansing affirmation, and then into the sacred mother of creation, Mut, the most sacred mother of creation. And then I'll end with a poem, a brief poem, Stray Bullets. Stray Bullets is a poem to recognize and honor young children who have been killed due to stray bullets. And this past weekend, there were a number of children who suffered that tragedy. But before I do, I'd like to hopefully greet my delegation from the Gambia, my son in Brazil, and to all of you who have come on board for this evening. Mbagala, Nazima Atu, Mwazi Umutu. Nazima Atu, Nazima Atu, Mwazi Umutu. Ahum Nashio Nishana, Ahum Nashio Nishana, Ahum Nashio Nishana, Ahum Nashio Nishana. Call before the Most High, standing in His name. O gracious Heavenly Father and Divine Heavenly Mother Mut, Clear our mind of debris and purify our heart. Strengthen us in prayer so your children pray with a clean mind and a sincere heart. Udama Akiyur, Lion of the New Dawn. Net. Sutunet, most sacred mother of creation, is the life breath of our men. Our spirit seeks the warmth of your bosom now. Send down your glory, down your glory, glory of 10,000, 100, trillion, million angels. Shield, guide, strengthen, heal, and protect us. Our mentor, land of our men, paradise, beyond the waters of new. O Mother of Dawn, lift us so our harmony sings praises unto you. Lift us on this day, this program. Lift our hearts, lift our love to one another. As the ancestors in the Netzeru guide us through the healing field momentum, along the golden pathway that winds through the purple garden whose flowers have the fragrance of a healing race. O Mother of Dawn, the face of the King, your sun is your smile, the rain, your tears, the water of dry earth, the life abundance. Akiyur, Akiyur, I know the new dawn. Akiyur, I know the new dawn. Sun showers down, golden rays of light. Puffy white clouds float aimlessly above. Skies and butterflies dance to the rhythm of the wind. And laughter rolls as our children welcome in a fresh new spring. Pop, bang, bang. Laughter turns to screams. Pop, pop, bang, bang. Gunfire, gunfire shatters dreams. Blue skies turn dark and white clouds turn gray. And sorrow and anger fade away. Pop, pop, bang, bang. Our mothers are crying. Pop, 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 bang, bang. Children are dying, mothers are crying. Crying from grief, crying from fear, crying from loss of loved ones so dear. Pop, pop, bang, bang. No more Jessica. Pop, pop, bang, bang.
Marco Kubu, yeah.
Great.
Marco,
Thank
that,
you.
No more Sally.
that was great, Marco
No
Kubu.
more Snoop. No more Johnny. Stray bullets do. Thank you. Stray bullets.
Yeah, thank you, Marco Kubu. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, that really raised the vibration of the room. Thank you for that. We are now going to showcase to you something really special. It's a collaborative project of the world-renowned Professor Li Godong, who is the UN Peace Ambassador for Art and extremely famous, well-decorated Chinese calligrapher. He wrote a song, and that song was collaborated by a very talented producer who you'll meet in a moment, Omar Haddad. And that project is something that we'd like to showcase to you. Can we play the peace song video? I give to you the peace song video. Enjoy.
1, 2, 3. With the sun and the moon in the sky, and the rivers flowing across the land, we lived in a heavenly paradise. And here we stand, oh, here we stand.日月金间，江海心静，我们生活在宇宙最美的地方，我们在这里，我们在这里。Peace is more than truth between us all. It's not the earth that needs us. We depend on the love she feeds us. Peace and happiness around the world. Thousands of ethnicities forming one big family. As the wind makes its way through the trees, and the flowers breathing embrace the breeze, kindness pervades every one of us. A voice summons us, our fate calling us. 让和平和祝福满天下，不是地球需要我们，而是我们需要它。让和平和祝福满天下，体现多个民族原本就是一家人。让和平和祝福满天下。Paz y felicidad en el mundo. Miri szczęście wod się mirie. Frieden gelockert die world. السلام وسعادة حول العالمين. Peace and happiness around the world.
Wow, I think all of us, if everyone in the audience can unmute yourself for a moment, and if you'd like to give that production a round of applause, I think right now would be very timely.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was so great. Bravo, Omar. Bravo. Bravo.
Gracias. Gracias. Muchas gracias a todos.
Felicito.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you all. By the way, all of you will have
Buenas tardes.
muchas gracias. All of you will have the opportunity of expressing your comments a little bit later in the program. So please don't go anywhere. You will have the opportunity to do that. All of you will. But the show must continue, and we have a very special speaker. In fact, this is our first VIP speaker who is joining us all the way from China. He is the famous from Thailand. Okay. Thank you, Yiling. He is right now in Thailand. The interesting thing about Professor Lee Godong is when you look at him, you may not realize that he is 80 years old and he goes all around the world spreading peace and the message of happiness. And he is a world famous Chinese calligrapher, and he was showcased at the United Nations 162 times. 162 times. And he's been showered with so many accolades and commendations and awards so many times by the United Nations. So without further ado, I give you all Professor Lee Godong.
Professor Lee Godong has been practicing surgery and traditional Chinese medicine for 53 years. He published significant amount of university textbooks, including oncology clinic and cancer etiology. With 73 years spent on studying Chinese calligraphy, Professor Lee, a well-known calligrapher, has been invited to have 106 lectures and exhibitions in the United Nations. He has long been committed to promoting world peace through calligraphy and introducing to the wider world the UN Millennium Goals and its 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Over the course of his career, he has received dozens of honors and awards, including Lifetime Achievement Award, Distinguished Artist Award, Distinguished Individual Award, the title of Peace Ambassador and Art for Peace Award. Professor Lee Godong has been praised as a leader in international calligraphy. His calligraphic works have been exhibited in major museums and exhibitions throughout the world. As proclaimed by Mr. Ban Ki-moon, former Secretary General of the United Nations, Professor Lee's work represent a most auspicious milestone which will serve to further promote appreciation of Chinese culture and help advance friendship among countries and people. As many as over 200 presidents, prime ministers, ministers, and ambassadors have collected his works. At a ribbon-cutting ceremony held in 2017, the Office of Secretary General Antonio Guterres collected Professor Lee's artwork with the Fu character, meaning happy blessing. In the United Nations, Professor Lee has become a famous figure representing Chinese culture. Ambassadors, diplomats, and their wives have become Professor Lee's students, creating a wave of Chinese calligraphy learning in the organization. Professor Lee is also committed to the integration of Chinese calligraphy and Western painting. He and Mrs. Livia Reinhold, a famous Portuguese fine artist, caused a stir in the UN headquarters with their joint exhibition of calligraphy and paintings, which inaugurated the co-production of artistic works that combine Chinese calligraphy with Western painting. At the Art for Peace exhibition that was opened at the UN headquarters on 8th of February 2019, Professor Lee's 108-meter-long scroll of calligraphy of the UN Charter, which had taken him 5 years to finish, was on display. It immediately stunned the audience and caused a sensation. Professor Lee Godong has stated on many occasions that art has no borders and that as a world citizen, he would devote the remainder of his life to promoting the idea of art for peace and the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations.
Thank you for that. Thank you for playing that video, production team. Professor Lee Godong, please lead us with a few words.
李教授，请您发言。
我发言了。
啊。
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends. Today I'm very honored to join this special Art for Peace and Happiness Summit. 女士们、先生们、朋友们，晚安。中华书法是东方民族智慧的结晶，也是全人类共同的精神财富。中华5000年连绵不断的历史，磨练出美轮美奂的东方文化。中华书法便是东方文化桂冠上最美的宝石。它被称为中华的第4宗教，正是基于对中国文化、文明、文字、书法的无限的崇敬和呵护，才使5000年的文明从未间断过。
Okay.
Chinese calligraphy is the crystallization of the wisdom of the Eastern nation and the spiritual wealth common to all mankind. The 5,000 years of continuous history of China has honed the beautiful Oriental culture. Chinese calligraphy is the most beautiful treasure on the crown of Oriental culture. It is called the 4th religion of China. It is precisely based on the infinite respect and care for Chinese culture, Chinese writing, and calligraphy. The 5,000 years civilization has never stopped. Okay.
中国文字源于实践，它是方块字，表达人们在生活和劳动中对事物和人际关系的认知和记录。2010年，前葡萄牙驻联合国代表团大使夫人 Lydia 在看过我的书法展以后惊呼，她虽然看不懂中国字，但是她看到了高山、大河、森林、房舍、牛马、家禽和正在劳动或是正在唱歌跳舞的人们。这位艺术家的感觉是非常正确的。中国字就是象形文字，很多字一看就知道代表什么意思，这使他比较容易学习。经过1年的共同努力，我和著名画家莉迪亚女士共同创作了中西书画合璧的艺术作品，在联合国展出，引起极大的反响。大使和外交官们异口同声的赞扬，这是开辟了中西书画合璧的先河，为中西文化的荣获开辟了新的道路。Okay.
Chinese characters originate from practice. It is a square character expressing people's cognition and record of objective things and interpersonal relationships in life and labor. In 2010, the wife of the former Portuguese ambassador to United Nations, Lydia, exclaimed after seeing my calligraphy exhibition. Although she couldn't understand the Chinese characters, she saw these square words, which made her feel like she was seeing mountains, rivers, forests, houses, cattle, horses, poultry, and people who are working or dancing. This artist's feeling is correct. Chinese characters are hieroglyphs. You can understand many words at a glance, which makes it easier to learn. After a year of joint efforts, the famous painter Miss Lydia and I co-created a combination of Chinese and Western painting and calligraphy artworks that were exhibited at the United Nations. It aroused great repercussions and the diplomats unanimously praised. This is a precedent for the combination of Chinese and Western painting and calligraphy and has created a new path for the integration of Chinese and Western cultures. Okay.
在10几年的联合国的文化传播活动中，联合国秘书长古特雷斯、前秘书长潘基文和前驻联合国大使李保东和夫人给了我很大的帮助，特别是负责反恐战争的达马迪恩副秘书长。专程到曼谷看望我，并嘱咐要力争完成 联合国宪章的巨幅书法创作。他说，这是代表全人类表达和平的希望，也是表达了联合国实现世界和平的宗旨。同时，我也要对联合国所有的大使、外交官和他们的夫人们对我的书法树和平的116次展览和演讲所表达的信念和思想所给予的支持和理解，表示深切的敬意。
In more than 10 years of cultural communication activities, United Nations Secretary General Guterres, former Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, and Ambassador Li Baodong and his wife have given me great help. In particular, Under Secretary General Adama Dieng, who is in charge of counterterrorism, made a special trip to Bangkok to visit me and asked to strive to complete the huge calligraphy creation of the Charter of United Nations. Because this represents the hope of peace for all mankind, it also expresses the purpose of the United Nations to achieve world peace. At the same time, I would also like to express my deep gratitude to all ambassadors, diplomats, and their husbands of the United Nations for their support, understanding of the beliefs and ideas expressed in my 116 exhibitions and lectures on calligraphy for peace. Okay.
2020年的灾难表明了人类在文化、教育、思想和制度上存在着问题。我们要承认，人类已经进入了多元化、多中心化和多边主义的现实。如果基督教文化、伊斯兰文化以及东方文化和世界各国的不同的文化能够互相理解、互相学习，以致互相融合，形成我们人类的共同的世界观，我们就可以携手共进，为实现天下为公、世界大同的伟大的理想而努力。祝大家健康快乐。Okay.
The catastrophe of 2020 showed that human beings have problems in culture, education, thinking, and system. We must recognize that humanity has entered the reality of pluralism, polycentricity, and multilateralism. Christian culture, Islamic culture, and Oriental culture, and different cultures of various countries in the world can understand each other, learn from each other, and even gradually merge to form our common view of the universe and the world. Let us go hand in hand and work hard to realize the great ideal of the world is for the common world. I wish you all health and happiness. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so I know the Professor Lee is very talented. He know how to play the violin and also Chinese violin and Chinese guzheng. So now I like to introduce everybody to see his play 1 minute Chinese violin to relax us. And this music called Horse Rides. Let's welcome.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was amazing, Professor Li Godong. Really loved the climax and the crescendo. It was beautiful. Thank you for that.
you.
Yeah, moving along with the show, our next VIP speaker is Dan Weldon. Dan Weldon is the pioneer in safer printmaking with the focus on sustainability and is the inventor of the solar plate printmaking process. Dan Weldon is a master printmaker. He's the co-author of the book Printmaking in the Sun. He is the president of Inspiration Plus, an arts and science non-profit educational foundation. Everyone, put your hands together for Dan Weldon.
Thank you very much, Rajiv, and also a great big thank you to Omar Haddad for making this whole invitation possible. I'm the president of Inspiration Plus, which is a nonprofit educational organization that
Dan,
really promote the
Dan,
arts through the
can you
sciences
move
and
a little
vice
bit
versa.
to
Yes.
to your
Yeah.
right? A little bit to your right. Yes, now you're in the center of the screen. We can see you a
Like
little bit clearly. Yeah, thank you. That's a lot better. Thank you, Dan.
How's that? Is that better? Yeah, I'm sorry to.
Yeah, that's a lot better. Thank you, Dan.
How about that now? I'm sorry. Okay, so anyway, I'm also a painter and a printmaker. And in 1971, I developed the process called solar plate, which is a non-toxic way of making prints. I've taken my teachings to 53 countries around the world, and it's basically revolutionized printmaking because it was very toxic, and it's become much safer and sustainable since it utilizes ordinary tap water and sunlight for processing. So it's with this great honor and for myself and for Inspiration Plus to be able to share and contribute this technique to the betterment of good health and well-being to artists around the world. I'd like to show a few examples of the images, and I think they should be coming up shortly. Right, this happens to be one of mine, which I made in China, and it's a very big print. It's almost about, it's bigger than a meter across, about 44 inches across. And it was done using sunlight and water to process, deals with elements of connections. All right, next one. This is the artist Eric Fischel, the painter, very well known, and we did this together back in 1992. Roy Nicholson, who happens to be local, and we did a series of this, and this is actually from his Toxic Garden series, and this was sweet peas. We did many versions of this, which were on exhibit at the Southampton Art Center. This one's kind of hardly visible, but it's by Rob Calvert. It's a very subtle piece, and it involves actually 4 separate colors that were created in separate plates and printed separately. And we end with this one particular piece, and that's a picture of myself in the middle with this series of work that was actually found that it was in an old estate, and they were all old zinc plates that were corroded and oxidized, and they were sandwiched together, which I pried apart and found that they were such a delight and enticing to ink up, print, and I didn't know what to expect. So there was an element of surprise that came along. And when I did them, the set of 11 pieces, which ended up with 22, they were called the Aesop's Fables series, because they are all opposites of each other, like the grasshopper and the ant and the hare and the tortoise. Oh, that's, I guess, the end of them. Huh? Well, with that, I would like to thank everyone for joining me and looking at the work, and hope you enjoyed it as much as I did doing the work. So thank you for coming.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you,
Thank
Dan.
you.
Thank you, Dan. That was
Beautiful.
very interesting. It's good to know that when we make art, we don't have to do so at the cost of the environment. And what some of you may not know is that this process, the solar plate process, aligns with one of the 17 sustainable goals of the United Nations as well. So again, Dan, thank you for your message and for the good work that you do. I would now like to call upon our next VIP speaker, Omar Haddad. Now, you've seen Omar's work before, the collaboration piece between Professor Lee Godong's original composition and the production that Omar put together, which was epic, in my opinion. Omar will now do something special for us. But to introduce Omar, he's a musician, he's a multi-instrumentalist, songwriter, advocate for the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Omar Haddad.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, Rajiv, for that introduction. It is an honor to be here at this event tonight, and I am very, very proud and happy to have collaborated in the production of this video and to produce it, as much as also crafting the music for the song based on the professor's poem, Professor Godong Lee. So I want to say that I feel that it's an honor to be able to advocate for the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, peace and happiness. And I would like to also thank all the people that collaborated with me to make this happen, this video. As you just saw, there's a lot of artists that I would like to acknowledge, and those are on vocals, we have Keith Fluitt, Kayla Morer, John Bimbiras, Anita Guarino, Cleo Fellows Conk, Denise Delgardio, Elizabeth Precious, Elena Chang, Melissa Young, and Rajiv Jadhav, our very encore and host. Thank you very much to all of you for being a part of this. And the band, of course, Frank Perry, Laurentiu Fratostiziano, and Andrew Rubenstein for making this video. So thank you very much, because it's a real pleasure to share it with people in my life. The next song that you're going to hear is a song that I wrote about the meditation experience, and it's called Awakening. And I can never advocate enough for this, which is meditation. What it is about is basically being in the moment. That's all it comes down to, and being fully present. And when we connect to the present moment, we find clarity, we find peace. So especially during these times of confusion and social changes, it is very important to be aware of what an important resource that meditation is for all of us. And it's so accessible to all. So that we can have clarity and eventually peace and happiness. So with that in mind, I hope that you enjoy this song. And I also hope that you enjoy the happy vibe that it has, the rhythms, and the lyrics all about meditation and being in the moment. Take it away. Thank you very much.
1, 2, 3. celebrate the day or do away with fears. Inside, all feelings pass me by, the sorrows and the smiles, no need for a disguise. Yeah, open to the sunshine, feel into the rain, open to the air, so miss what's there, that's the only pain. Oh, stay awake. Today, the whole of life is safe. With every breath we find, that peace is here to stay. Inside, where I don't need to hide or cover up the sky or be afraid to die. Yeah. Open to the sunshine, feel into the rain, open to the air, to miss what's there, that's the only pain. So stay awake. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, production team, can you please mute everyone? Because we'd love for everyone to enjoy that. And if you'd like to give that amazing production, Omar and his band, a round of applause, please do so now. Bravo. Thank you.
Good job, you and your band. Woo!
Thank you very much. I'm looking at so many of you right now, just swiping through the gallery and just seeing your beautiful faces. It gives me a lot of emotion, makes me very emotional too.
Thank you, Omar. Thank you. Thank you. That was another awesome performance production by Omar. Again, Omar, thank you so much for that. Yes, go
My
Islanders.
pleasure.
Okay, we now call upon our next speaker, Ahmad Simmons, who has a very special story to share. Ahmad, Ahmad has a very heartwarming story to share with all of us. He'll be talking about how his life experience has led him to discover his calling, his path, his purpose, and also how his work is poised to change the entire world, but more importantly, infuse the world with peace and happiness. Ahmad Simmons, he is, before the video, just wanted to add that Ahmad is the founder, I hope I say the name right, Gueros de Luz World Peace Initiative. And Ahmad is joining us, is taking a moment from his busy day and joining us all the way from Salvador, Brazil. Ahmad Simmons.
What if we took these kids and these kids and let them interact together? What if we did that with kids from all over the world? I think we can make the world a better place. Guerreros da Luz is an organization that wants to do exactly that. This organization, the idea for this organization started in 1998 when I was asked to represent the United States in a capoeira tournament in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. While I was there, I met a group of 6 kids who were homeless and living on the streets. Once they met me, they were stuck at my side, always asking questions and always happy. This really changed my life. Ever since then, I've dedicated my life to try and make this experience somebody else's experience as well. What we plan to do at Guerreros da Luz is take kids from New York, LA, Africa, Japan, all over the world, and bring them in small groups of kids to interact with other groups of kids. The headquarters is going to be on Morro de Sao Paulo, Brazil. Morro de Sao Paulo is a little island off the coast of Bahia. It's full of nature, not a whole lot of media influence. It's a great place for kids to be kids, interact with life and each other. This fundraiser is to raise money with your contributions to build the headquarters, the world headquarters on Morro de Sao Paulo. This past summer, we were donated a plot of land on the island that has already been cleared to build this cultural center. Now it's time to take the next step and actually start the building process. We have a team of people that are working with this. We have architects, we have engineers, we have teachers, and if you put all of our experience together working with kids, we have over 60 years of experience. This is a great project. It's a world unity project, and it's something that we can all get together and help and share and do our part to change the planet, to change the world, because the children are the future, and we need to do something to make sure that they have a future to take care of.
Okay. Well, thank you all for coming out. Definitely like to give a special greeting to my brothers and sisters from the Legacy Group and the future New Pan-African Congress, to the delegation from Gambia as well. Thank you for coming out, and everybody else. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come and participate in this event. I'm very honored to be here. I grew up in Brooklyn. I grew up in the projects, a rough neighborhood called Red Hook, and everything that came along with that, I participated in as a young kid without knowing what was wrong or right. It was just part of life. And then, you know, growing up as that happened, I, you know, continually working with kids with my dad and growing up in Brooklyn, things began to collide. And eventually it came to a head when I was almost expelled from school, high school. But a couple of people in my high school decided that they wanted to give me another chance. So with that, they called a guy named Jerlon Vera from Salvador Bahia, where I live now, who taught capoeira. And they said, you have an ultimatum. You can either do capoeira when you're not in class or in basketball practice, or you can get kicked out of school. So, you know, being the smart kid that I am, I decided to take capoeira. 2 years later, I was invited to represent the United States in a capoeira tournament in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, where Guerreros da Luz actually took seed and actually started. When I got there, I was struck by the contrast of poverty. You know, me growing up as a kid in New York and Brooklyn, complaining about all the things I didn't have, or I thought I didn't have, or that I thought I needed. And then realizing that there were people who had a lot less. And, you know, when I met these kids, I mean, literally, these kids were so happy, even though they had nothing. Some of them didn't even have a shirt or shoes. And that moved me. It actually literally blew my mind. So after that, I came back to the United States, gave away pretty much everything I had, except for my artwork and, you know, stuff that was close to my soul, and then returned to Brazil to work with these kids. And, you know, noticing that they thought I was, you know, this gringo from another country who was this rich kid, and they really didn't trust me as much as I wanted them to. So what I ended up doing is I took, everything that I had. I didn't really have much at the time, but I left it at the Capoeira school, and I went to live with these kids for a month in the streets in Rio de Janeiro. So I spent a month living on the streets with this group of kids. Lots of great and amazing adventures were had. And then from that experience developed, Guerreiros da Luz. Since then, it's been about 20 years, maybe. I probably worked with about 200 kids here in Brazil. Also, a couple of hundred kids in the United States off and on. And Guerreiros da Luz is something that I want to take worldwide, take groups of kids like the video says and bring them together, because what I realized in doing this work is that if you take 4 kids from France and take 4 kids from Africa, put them in a room, give them toys, they're not going to say, hey, you're from France, I can't play with you. They're going to be like, hey, you're a kid. You're just like me. And when I realized that that's what I wanted to do with my life. And that's the impact that I wanted to have on kids. And knowing that when you touch the kids, you touch the future, so that, when they get old enough, they get our age to make decisions that affect other people, they will think on a world basis without boundaries as far as nationalisms and other isms, and think about how to make the entire world a better place, not just their own community or their own state, their own city. And that's just me. That's what I want to do in my life. So, I thank you guys for listening to me. And, I hope that one day either we could meet or everybody just do the same thing, and let's make it happen. Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing.
Great.
Wow. Wow,
Good
wow,
job,
wow.
good
That was
job.
amazing. That was such a beautiful story. It really touched me. Hit me right here, and here. So compelling, so profound. In fact, Ahmad is doing such great work that, in fact, my NGO Bright Now has recently aligned with Guerreiros de la Luz shortly after I found out about the amazing work that he's doing. So we're gonna do like great things together. Ahmad, you're amazing. You have such passion. You have such empathy. You have such love for the kids that you serve. It really is an inspiration to us all. Thank you again, Ahmad. Our next speaker is Lisa Courtney. Lisa Courtney is an award-winning creative director, graphic designer, contemporary expressionist painter, and new fashion designer of the brand Good Gangster. Lisa will be talking to us about the healing properties of art and the psychology of color. Lisa Courtney, take it away. Educate us.
Rajiv, thank you for that. I want to say it's an honor to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me. I have to follow Ahmad. That's pretty challenging within itself. Thanks for that, Ahmad. My name is Lisa Courtney, and I am a graphic designer and a fine artist and a fashion designer. I didn't become an artist until later in life. I come from a long line of artists, and I initially thought becoming one. I went into advertising, but art and painting, it just sort of, it drew me in. And when I picked up a paintbrush, it was like breathing for me. And art for me, when I paint, it is my connection to source, to the divine, to God. It's a place where I meditate and no one is there. I get in the zone and I get in my space, and I just, I'm a channel. I'm a channel of love. I'm a channel of color. Color is my jam. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the healing properties of color. We have a slide. Thank you. And the art and the psychology. Wait, the healing properties of art and the psychology of color. Sorry. Scientific studies tell us that art heals by changing a person's physiology and attitude. The body's physiology changes from one of stress to one of deep relaxation, from one of fear to one of creativity and inspiration. Art and music put a person in a different brain wave pattern. Art and music affect a person's nervous system, their hormonal balance, and their brain neurotransmitters. Art and music affect every cell in the body instantly to create a healing physiology that changes the immune system and blood flow to all the organs. Art and music also immediately change a person's perceptions of their world. It changes attitude and emotional state. It creates hope and positivity and helps people cope with difficulties. It transforms a person's outlook and way of being in the world. So art plays a huge, color plays a huge role with art. How we as artists feel creating it and how you, the viewers, feels experiencing it. Slide. Keep going. Next. Thank you. So there is a psychology to color. This is artist Rob Dybul, and he is a fine art painter in Rockport, Mass. And he paints peaceful, bucolic paintings of the beach. And he uses pale blues and pale teals. So when you surround yourself with these colors, you feel peaceful. The psychological attributes are serene, soothing, and relaxing. When you look at a Rob Dybul painting, you want to take a beach chair and sit at his beach. Next. This is one of my paintings. I use joyous colors. I use amethyst, violet, and green. And the psychological attributes of these are renewal and lush and fresh. And like when I paint, I come from a place of joy and happiness, and I put that on my canvas. Next. This is Susan Bertocci, and she's intense, she's colorful, she's vibrant. Her paintings, they represent who she is. So when you wear raspberries, dark purples, and dark teals, it's exciting and creative and joyous. Next. This is Teal Duncan, and this palette is happy. Orange, reds, tangerines, and corals. The psychology of these are vibrance and joyful, and these are happy colors. When you surround yourself in these colors or you wear these colors, you feel happy. Next. This is Alyn Carlson. She's a graphic designer. And in this particular palette, she's using yellows and sky blues. Again, these are happy colors, expansive and open. So when you surround yourself with these colors or you wear these colors, it brings happiness. Next. This is Anne Irwin, and her particular palette is calm. Pink, peach, and pale yellows. The attributes are soft and sunny and sweet. That's why little girls' rooms are pink. They're sweet. This is a calm palette. Next. This is Teal Duncan again, and she's particularly painting a beach scene, and again, hers is romantic. So the attributes, the psychological attributes of these colors are warm and inviting and gentle. So pinks, dark peaches, and dusty rose. Next. This is Ashley Longshore, and she takes icons and modernizes them. She's sort of the Andy Warhol of our time. And her palette it tends to be fun and funny and exciting and happy. So raspberries, oranges, lime greens. Again, the psychology of these colors is whimsy and joy and humor. Next. This again is Ashley Longshore, modernizing Mark Twain. And this particular palette is confident. When you wear reds and dark teals, it shows power and passion and positivity. This is one of mine. My palette, I tend to use Colbots and periwinkle blues because again, I like my work to be energizing. I want you to want to live in one of my paintings. So when you surround yourself with these colors, whether you wear them or you buy a piece of art or you put them on your wall, again, it's invigorating, it's lively, it's convivial. This is, again, Anne Irwin, and these particular colors evoke whimsy, again, refreshing, joy, aqua and periwinkle blue. They're whimsical colors. So color instantly sets a mood, it conveys an emotion, and invokes a physiological reaction. Thank you.
Wow.
Great.
Wow, that was
Thank you.
amazing, Lisa. Wow, you really gave us an education on color and what color means, and your paintings are beyond gorgeous. They're so gorgeous that the blue one is something that I just want to like step up to and just dive into and maybe not leave. It was amazing. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Lisa. It was beautiful. Our next performer, our next speaker is Olga Shabalova. Olga Shabalova is an award-winning recording artist, songwriter, entertainer, and professional dancer. I give you Olga Shabalova. Production team, can we? Yeah, awesome.
Hello, can you see me? Can you hear me? Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here. My name is Olga Shalashova. I'm a professional ballroom dancer and recording artist. And I want passionately and sincerely say thank you everyone who organized this beautiful event Zoom meeting, and thank you so much for bringing such an amazing speakers who are so inspirational and so talented, obviously. Well, from my end, I would love to say that I'm dancing already over 20 years.
Yeah, Olga, go ahead, Olga.
And
yeah, go ahead, Olga.
Yeah, sure. I'm dancing already over 20 years, and dancing, obviously, I'm sure everyone knows about that, brings a lot of happiness and a lot of joy. I also started to teach at 14 years old to dance, kids and adults, and I'm still doing it. And I just want to say that I want to encourage everyone to express themselves and feel free when they hear the music. And I encourage everyone to express their feeling, their emotions, their real self with a dance, with the music, with feeling the body, and just going with their real feelings, and express these feelings through the dance. I'm doing that over 20 years, and it's tremendously helps my emotional state, self-confidence, confidence, posture, health. It's obviously improve your health, your posture, and obviously gives you so many beautiful, happy, great emotions, and just help you to be an artist. And you don't need to be super talented. It's not about talent. It's about everyone can dance, and as everyone can sing. I'm also a professional singer, and I believe in that. I'm teaching singing and dancing, and I'm teaching 80 years old people, and I was teaching 4 years old kids, and I learned through all this experience that anyone can dance and feel happy, and just have that skill of self-expression. And I also have, thank you, also have my dance recorded. If you want, you can demonstrate it now. That was just inspirational contemporary piece for you.
Just believe there's no way we can fall. Well,
much.
Wonderful.
Thank you
Thanks.
everyone again for
Awesome.
invitation,
Awesome.
for organizing. And
Yeah,
thank you
thank you,
once again.
Olga. Thank you. Wow, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
I
See you, comments.
correct me if
Appreciation.
I'm wrong, but I overheard Olga saying that she teaches 80-year-old people to dance. I've been trying to dance since forever. Maybe Olga can help me to dance too. Maybe. Just putting it out there, Olga. Yeah. We'll talk later. Okay. Okay, cool. Awesome. Awesome.
With
Awesome.
pleasure.
Great.
Keep your word.
Great. That was amazing. That was amazing. That dance was just so energetic. It was so, just felt it. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I'm all amped up because of it. Okay. Now we will be announcing, we'll be sending you another poll to find out how we're doing. We want to know if all of you are enjoying the H4 Summit. Production team, can we have the second poll launched? Yeah. We want to know if you like the event and if you're feeling good, and also if you're not feeling good. This way we can do better next time. But we really hope that you are feeling good. Please be honest in your response. Great. And the production team is going to be looking at the results, and we'll be announcing those results momentarily. While we're doing that, this is the time when we open up the floor to our guests who've come from all over the world, literally. And we want to open it up. And if you have any questions for any one of our panelists, the way to do so is first wave like this, so we know that you want to, that you have a question, and then unmute yourself, and then say your name, where you're from, what you do, very briefly, and then mention your question. Also, if that question is directed at one of our speakers today, please let us know who that question is directed to. Or if it's a general question, say it's a general question, and all of our speakers will answer your question. You can let us know if you'd like to speak either in the chat and or by waving your hands or using the reaction button at the bottom of your screen. A production team, please be on the lookout for anyone that is waving their hands that would like to have a question or even a comment for any of our speakers, performers today. Awesome. Sacred Waters. Sacred Waters. Go ahead, Sacred Waters.
My name is Jen. I wanted to say thanks to everybody. And I was wondering if there was more information about how we could support different people, like maybe for Ahmad, how to donate for his project, or if some of the artists would rather, have us.
Yeah, that's a great question. By the way, Sacred Waters, is that your name? Is your name Sacred Waters?
Thank you.
Oh, and like, what does your business do? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Business in Queens called Sacred Waters. Sure, it's a wellness center, like a community and spiritual wellness center. So right now we're closed, of course. So we offer different services and workshops and classes.
Wow, that's so beautiful.
On a number of different things, and then with
that
a
is
focus
so
on the
beautiful.
spiritual meaning
Yes.
of water.
Yeah. Great. And also any audience, our friends, if how you feel, you can share your feel. When you attended this Arts for Peace and Happiness event, you can share your
Right.
feeling.
And so just to
With your hands,
answer
just share your
Sacred
feeling
Waters'
and
question,
join the event.
yes, there absolutely is a way for everyone to support and follow everyone that you've seen today. You'll be getting an email from H4Summit 2020 at Gmail. We'll be mailing everyone everyone's social media links so you can support Ahmad for sure. He's doing amazing work. You can donate to his charity, as well as if you'd like to buy some art, that those beautiful blue green paintings that Lisa shared. If you want to buy a couple, sure, we will be sending you a detailed list of links where everyone can go, click, like, share, follow, all that stuff. So you'll be getting that shortly. And thank you so much, Sacred, for that question and for the great work that you do. I'm looking through the audience. Is there anyone? Okay, Joe.
Our Joe, okay.
Hey, this is Joe, and this is to Lisa. I live in an airplane here in Houston, Texas, and I changed the color from red to my blue. I don't know if you can see the blue in here, but
so beautiful.
Yeah, I love it. And, it's made a huge difference in the feel of the airplane. It's really cool. I love it. And so I guess I made a mistake, but I did it good for a change. I mean, it was pretty cool. So I loved your presentation on the colors, and I guess I picked it right out of accident, not mistake, but out of accident. So that's pretty cool.
You did. Blue is peaceful, and you're calming. There you are. You don't want to be surrounded in red.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for your comment, Joe. And also, Joe, if you'd like to follow Lisa or maybe schedule a color consultation with Lisa, we'll be giving you all the information so that you can do that to make it super easy for you and our panelists to interact and continue the conversation. The H4 Summit is intended to be a starting point. It's where the door opens and you go through, and there's a world of possibility. So thank you for that, Joe.
Yes.
Cool. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and also every month we will organize one event. So we support UN 17 SDG goal, which is the goals include almost everything. Gender equality, education, economy, peace, happiness, healthy, everything. So we welcome everybody to be our VIP speaker and contact us. So each month you have a chance to participate with us together to make the world.
Yeah, thank you so much, Eling. Thank you so much for those beautiful words of encouragement. I'm now looking across the room if anyone else would like to either have a question for one of our panelists, our speakers, or even a comment. If anyone would like to say, "Hey, I love that song," or "Oh, that dance was," anyone, please feel free to raise your hand, and we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, Reggie, I think before everybody already with the hands said wonderful. Our message, we saw the many messages. Look like everybody happy. Yeah. So maybe let's go into next award. Award ceremony.
I believe she's in New York City.
Is Olga local or is she in Russia? Where's Olga located? Oh, I'll take some lessons.
Hi, I'm Russian. Yeah, but I'm in New York.
Excellent. I'm gonna come for lessons.
Sure. Please welcome. Happy to contact. Yeah, let's exchange the contacts later. With pleasure.
Yeah. So today we have a many audience. So through this, you can connect what you want. This is great. And we're very happy to be the bridge to, help everybody find
I'm seeing some messages in the chat. I'm seeing that Denise Del Guardio, is Denise with us right now? So I'd love to give you the opportunity to have your question answered. Denise, is Denise with us? Denise,
I want to book
I'm not
a statement, please.
Yeah, please, turn your camera on so we can see you, Denise. Yeah, go ahead, Denise. Yeah, we can see you now. Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know why the video isn't. Hi. Okay, good. I just wanted to congratulate Omar, and he's just a really wonderful person and very deserving of this award. And I also wanted to thank him for allowing me to be a part of it. It's just, it's a wonderful song, and his other song was absolutely wonderful. And I'm enjoying this whole program. It's great. Absolutely great.
Denise,
Thank
thank you very much. Denise, thank you very much for being a part of this.
Awesome.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, thank you, Denise. I'm
No,
also
thank
seeing,
you.
and
Thank you.
production team is telling
You're
me
awesome.
that Sherry, Sherry also had a question. Is Sherry with us? Sherry, yeah, Sherry, can you
Yes.
turn
Yes.
your camera on?
Hi, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, thank you, Sherry.
Okay, sure. No problem. Hi everyone. I wanted to ask a question to Ahmad, please. My question is, what was it like, and when you had to help all of the children across the world, to like.
Wow, that is a beautiful question. Ahmad, did you hear what Sherry's question was?
Um, yeah. My favorite moment. It's actually a story, by the way. I guess if it may take like 2-3 minutes max. So this was in Brazil, and my Portuguese wasn't great, but it was coming along, and it was one of the nights while I was still living on the streets with the kids, and we were walking back from Lapa, which is like downtown center Rio, to Copacabana, because we used to stay and sleep on the beach in Copacabana. So as we're walking, it's like an hour walk, but we get to Copacabana, and Copacabana is a really rich neighborhood. So they have off-duty cops that do security on the streets at night. So as we're walking by, there's a off-duty cop who's a security guard, and he's arguing with this really, really drunk guy. And the drunk guy is being super belligerent, and cursing the guy out. And just as I'm passing by, the security guard gets really mad, grabs the guy, throws him on the floor, pulls out a gun and puts the gun to his head. Just as I'm passing next to him with 6 kids walking behind me. And I turn around and I look and I'm like, okay, that moment where everything freezes and you have to like make a quick, split-second decision. I was like, well, if I run with the kids, they're still gonna hear the shot and it's still gonna be traumatizing. If we just stand still and he shoots the guy, then we're all gonna be traumatized. And I was like, I could try to stop him. And that's exactly what I did. But I didn't like try to jump on the guy and push him over. I just kind of walked over to him slowly, put my hands on their shoulder and was like, hey, look, I'm walking with these kids and they're really young. If you shoot this guy right now, they're going to be traumatized for life. And I really don't want to deal with that. I don't want to have that trauma. So just like, if you can let him go, that'd be great. So he looks at me, and I was dressed in all white with my capoeira clothes on because that's all I had at the time. And he looks at me and kind of like, this guy's crazy look. But he stopped and he put the gun away and he let the guy get up. And then as the guy is getting up, I'm like, okay, good. But somehow or another, he finds a big wooden stick and goes to hit the security guard with the big wooden stick. But I'm standing right in between the both of them. And this is where my martial arts training that, my dad, Maki Fubu, trained me since I was a child. My karate training came in and I did a rising block and I stopped the wooden stick from hitting both me and the security guard. And all of a sudden, the guy looked at me when I did that and kind of just, ran off. And the kids looked at me and they're like, wow, that was awesome. You're like a superhero. Yeah, they were so excited and jumping around, and I turned a very possibly sad and traumatizing moment into something extremely fun for the kids.
Wow.
And my heart
Wow,
was
Ahmad, that
coming
was
out
a
of my
beautiful
chest. I know
story.
that
In
was my
fact,
favorite
Ahmad,
experience.
remind me to,
Beautiful.
take those lessons from you as well. We can mentor each other. You can help me with the capoeira and the self-defense and all that cool stuff. And yeah, we'll talk later. We'll talk later. That's awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Ahmad. Thanks in advance. Also, I'm seeing another question. I think Karen. Karen, I think you had a question for Lisa, right? Okay, yeah, Karen. Yes, you're on camera. Go ahead.
Yes, I did. Okay. Everything is great, actually. The entire presentation is amazing, very inspiring. My question for Lisa was, as with my coaching business, I want to incorporate every single color she talked about. So how do you even decide how to incorporate those colors appropriately?
Well, we're going to look at that. We're going to look at that when we do your brand therapy. We're going to try and find colors that represent you and how you want people to feel when you coach them. A lot of people don't know that Karen is a life coach, and she coaches people with grief and crisis. And so when we look at your branding, we're going to look at colors that represent you and how you want people to feel when you finish coaching them. So it's going to be challenging because there's a lot of happy, joyous colors, right? There's periwinkle, there's
Awesome.
Raspberry, there's orange, there's lime green. So we're going to look at that.
That's beautiful, Lisa. Thank you. And thank you for the question, Karen.
Great. Thank you so much,
I
Lisa,
think
and
we
everybody.
also
This was
had
great.
a question from Sheriff, I believe. Sheriff, are you with
you.
us? Would you like to, turn your camera on so we can see you?
Yes, I am.
Is that possible? That's okay. Yeah, Sheriff. I mean, even if fine, it's fine. You could leave the
Or maybe
camera
the
off,
signal
and
no
yeah, go
good.
ahead. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead, Sheriff.
Currently, where I am, it's not possible to get a clear video. It's not good. Wanted to thank the last speaker and his martial arts skills in self-defense. I also want to thank Brother Makakuvu because he is organizing a very, very, very big homecoming to the smiling coast of Africa, the Gambia, with a big flotilla. So we invite everyone who wants to really see what peace means and the actual living in peace in the Gambia. We invite you, and we are trying to also resuscitate an island that is about to disappear due to global warming. We are doing our level best with the help of Makakuvu to get equipment
Wow,
to rescue
that's
this Kunta
amazing,
Kinte
Sheriff.
island.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you very
for
much, gentlemen and
sharing that
ladies.
message. We'll
you.
be reaching out to you immediately after this event to see if there's anything that we could do to help you out as far as aligning resources with what you're looking to do. So thank you for alerting us about that.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being in this company. This is really United Nations because you've united all nations, all people from wherever.
Awesome.
Even
Thank you so
from the
much,
most
Sheriff,
remote part of
for
Africa I'm
taking the
speaking
time out of
from.
your busy
Thank you very
schedule
much.
to join us. And thank you for your very uplifting and inclusive comments. Thank you for that.
Okay, Rajiv, maybe let's count the.
Yeah, we have Asia, we have Africa, we have United States, we have North America and South America.
I know Thailand.
So that's like 5 continents, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think if there's anyone from
Great.
Europe here, let us know, because I think that's
Congratulations.
the only,
Yeah.
I think that might be the only one missing here. But besides,
Raji,
with the exception of Europe, we have all continents accounted for. Oh, there's somebody from London, England. Woo! Yes, yes, yes. That's awesome. Yes, yes. So we are, in fact, United Nations represented here. We have all of the continents here. That's amazing. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Maduna, Nigeria.
Yeah, and Makubu.
Beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, Makubu, please. The stage is yours.
That's right.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. His Excellency Sharif Balde is a top diplomat for the ECOWAS organization from Africa, and he also represents the Gambia, His Excellency, the President Adama Barrow. And to have him address the audience on this program and to mention what is going to be forthcoming, Raj, particularly one of the things that they're going to be doing, they're going to be bringing a delegation here to meet with our team to talk about bringing businesses to the Gambia to do economic development initiatives to help build the new Democratic Republic of the Gambia. The documentary that was done based upon the talks to bring about free and fair elections, The Gambia, the Flower of the African Conscious, on YouTube, The Gambia, the Flower of the African Conscious on YouTube. I encourage everyone to watch that documentary, to see the beginnings of the siege to bring about free and fair elections for the new Democratic Republic of the Gambia, and to put the current president, His Excellency Adama Barrow, in office. So I'd like to greet the Gambian people, thank His Excellency Sharif Balde for bringing the delegation, and to greet the family, the First Family and the First Lady, and to also offer my condolences to Ambassador Sasay, who had his son killed by the police here in Georgia.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
In May of this year, 4 months ago. So I want to offer my condolences to the Gambian people for that tragedy, to the president, to the office of the president and the first lady, and to the delegation who's on the room now. Thank you. My condolences.
Yeah, thank you, Marco.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you. We
Okay,
appreciate
Najib.
the
So
Yeah, thank you, Malkubu. Thank you, Sheriff, for your valuable comments. Thank you for that.
Almost
And thank you,
8:35.
everyone, for your questions. We now move to our next segment, which is the award ceremony. You know that the H4 Summit was a massive undertaking. We couldn't have done it alone. And this was only possible through the cooperation of certain key people who we recognize and honor. In order to do that, I call upon UCT International Chairperson Yiling Li, who will be leading the award ceremony. UCT International is a United Nations NGO that supports the 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. Yiling Li.
Okay, great. You know, we have a very fun time. And before I heard a lot of things and learned a lot of things tonight, which is we make a lot of friendship here in this 1.5 hour, so which is great. So we got the peace and happiness this moment. And our UCT International Cultural Development Center, which is past more than 10 years, organized thousands of events and a lot of events holding in United Nations New York headquarters. So, and every month we have a lot of cultural exchange events from Africa people delegate, and from China, and from Korea, from Japan, from the whole world. So this time, during this very unique, special COVID-19 pandemic. So we are going to at the Zoom. So also today is our second summit, which is very successful. A lot of people attend. Like Raji said, we need like a corporate teamwork together. So I'm very appreciate everybody today you support. And I believe if we are together, we will be more strong. We have a more beautiful future. And a lot of things we can put it together. So today I'm especially want to honor three special our VIP speaker. And yes, Cindy, are you ready? So I like to show our audience. A little bit unique is I cannot take the representative to this person, but you will see more clear on the Zoom what's look like the word. And this word is appreciate. All of the people get a award is support UN 17 SDG goal and promote 17 SDG goals.
Yeah.
Okay, and today everybody have a fun? Great.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I saw the. Now the first one is Professor Li Guodong, which is the Peace Ambassador, Professor Li Guodong. Okay, Professor Li, can you say something for us? 请您讲两句获奖感言好吗？
非常高兴能够参加这样的艺术促和平的会议，非常高兴。
I'm very happy to attend this special event.
以后有机会可以经常通过这样的形式来交流，来促进联合国的可持续发展的17条，为世界和平做出贡献。
I invite everybody, and I think this is great. Through the Zoom meeting, we cooperate with the whole world people together, and I invite you with me to do the more arts for peace and happiness work, support the UN 17 SDG goal. This is what Professor Li's speech, the Chinese translator. Okay, so our next.
Everyone.
Okay, thank you, Professor Li. Our next award winner is Mr. Amar Haddad. And thank
you. Thank you very much. It couldn't be more honorable and more exciting to receive this award. So I very much appreciate UCT for this opportunity to be involved in important causes. And of course, the Sustainable Development Goals at the United Nations. This is something that I look forward to continue advocating for and continue to support. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good job.
Awesome.
Okay, our next award person actually is an organization, which is Inspiration Plus, the organization. Welcome the president.
That's Dan Weldon.
Can you hear me? Yes, can you hear me?
Mr. Dan.
Okay, hi. Thank you very much. I can't thank you enough on behalf of Inspiration Plus. It's been, I hope that we all can benefit by this and by sharing this with everybody. And I just can't thank you enough.
Thank you. Okay, so And also, I want to teach everybody, remember, we always have a one post for promote peace, which is this one. So I'd like to invite everybody, follow me to do this post. Everybody, you're hiding back the camera. Please show your face because we are recording. We will include your face. Good. This is a peace. And this is love. Love. Peace. Love. Peace. Love. Follow me. Say it together. 1, 2, 3. Peace.
Peace.
Love.
Love.
Unmute.
Peace.
Unmute.
Love.
1, 2, 3. Peace.
Peace.
Love.
Love. Wonderful. The whole
Love.
world saying peace, love.
Okay,
At
so
once.
let's have some little bit of fun to be joining ourselves and join this event. Cindy, can you play some disco? And with our love coach, like your happiness 60 or 80 or 100 or 200%. After this event, we want to know, okay. Pull off now, okay. Okay. Okay, so now we need like a disco. Sorry, can you play again? I didn't hear before.
A what?
Yeah. Everybody Great, great. Thank you, Cindy. Good job.
Good job, Cindy.
And also now I like to tell everybody every event successful is important. People support is background. Today our technical support is Mrs. Cindy. Let's give Cindy big hands.
Good job, Cindy.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Good job, Cindy.
Thank you. And also today, like before I said, if you want to join our UN NGO UCT Culture Center, be the member, we will have a free for everybody. So you will get our free information for future, our United Nations event and the Zoom event. So Alina, can you send the email and the, how's that, the form, the membership form to everybody. If you're interested, you just follow up and email to us, and we will follow to send you next event information. Maybe you're interested. And if anybody interesting to be our VIP
and
speech,
also Yiling, before we like move to the next thing, I just want to like recognize all of the amazing people that supported the production of this amazing event. So yes, we did recognize Cindy. We also should recognize Elena for her valuable contributions in shouldering the vast responsibility of the production team. Elena, wave to everyone so people know who you are. Yeah, thanks, Elena. Yeah, and in addition to Elena, also Makukubu, a pillar of our H4 Summit. Makukubu, thank you so much for your valuable contributions thus far as well as ongoing. Thank you, Makukubu. And of course, and also Yiling. Of course, none of this is possible without the cooperation and support of Yiling Lee, who the H4 Summit was her brainchild. So Yiling Lee, thank you for your continued support. We couldn't have done this without you. Thanks, Yiling. Let's give Yiling a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you all. And yeah, I think, yeah, the peace song.
I think the time's almost, here. Let's just play our peace song again. Yeah, to let everybody have a peace and happiness night.
What am I doing? All right.
And if you want, please follow us to sing together.
Okay.
And also shake your body, sing together.
One, two, three. Let me see your palms up. All right. Today is the only day.
Production team. Yeah. What's going on with the audio? Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, okay, we're having some technical difficulties, but yeah, I mean the show has come to an end. If anyone would like to share their comments right now about what they thought about the event, also if you have a specific comment to any one of our speakers, our panelists, please wave your hand. We'd love to hear from you. Oh yeah, Janil. Yeah, go ahead, Janil.
Hi, Rajiv and everyone. Thanks for having me here. This was wonderful to do on a Tuesday evening. I just feel so relaxed and calm and happy. Thank you so much. And I love hearing from all the VIP speakers. And I am really interested in volunteering.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Janil. Ahmad his organization is growing and he wants to make a global impact, and we need to support him any way that we can. So, yeah, Ahmad, are you on? Okay, cool. Yeah, Ahmad, do you want to respond to Janil?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Great.
Hey, you're welcome to come. The more, the merrier. Brazil is a great place. It's a great experience. And you'll be here doing something good, which will make it even better. So
there's an incentive.
Also,
there's an incentive
you do work
of
during the day with the kids, and
partnering
you'll be ready
with
to party at night
Ahmad's
with the most of the
organization. You get a
DJs.
party as well.
Don't
That's
forget
nice.
that.
Thank you, Ahmad. Thank you. Any other guests would like to make any comments?
Great. Yes. Okay. And I think I invited everybody to just give us the 100%. How you feel your emotion, how you feel your feeling. Now, please text for us. Beautiful. 80%, 60%.
Yeah, somebody had a question about if
so
this
we
will
can
be
know
archived
better
online.
for next
Yes.
time.
Yes, yeah, this will be it'll be produced and posted later to YouTube. Awesome. So it looks like everyone is giving us 100 to 110%. So I guess that means we did well. Everyone's giving us a 5-star rating. So that's awesome. Thank you for that. Thank you. Okay, 6-star rating.
so
Yeah,
much.
we'll take 6 stars also. Thank you.
Wow, 110.
It was awesome. Yeah, thank you. David Kravino. Yeah,
So tonight we are very rich.
sure.
Thank you.
Raj, I'd like to make a quick comment. Guerrero de Luz, talking about going there. We can take your NGO, UCT, put together a group of children, get some sponsors, and take some children to Brazil.
Yeah, it's a great idea,
and to
Marco.
take
We should definitely
Guerrero
talk
de
more
Luz and
offline.
children to the Gambia and launch a project there as well.
Yeah,
Awesome.
definitely. Definitely. Yes.
It's in the works.
Yes. And
Yeah,
also
yeah,
there's
absolutely.
a lot of things we can do, build a bright future. A lot of beautiful things we can do, yeah, with the kids. And then also, yeah, Cindy, are you ready for the peace song? 1,000! Wow, Sherry, 1,000 happy. Great, great. We are so happy to make you happy. Great. Thanks, everyone. You are so kind.
And Dr. Lee, it was great seeing you, and we're still going to continue working on that documentary that
Yeah, that's
has
amazing.
brought
That's
to the
amazing.
table. We got some footage, by
Thank
the
you
way, of
for
Dr. Lee
sharing that,
for a
Mahbubu,
documentary that
and
we're
yeah.
producing, everybody, as well.
Is before we end the broadcast, is there anyone else that would like to have any comments? Okay, I'm looking across the tiles. I don't see anyone. Okay, great. Yeah, so I guess we can bring the event to a close. Thank you all for attending. You've stuck around till the very end. Means that we did something right. Thank you for that. Watch out for the emails that will follow, which will contain the contact information of all of our speakers and their organizations so that you can link with them, follow them, support them, but also you'll get information about the next H4 Summit so that you can come and participate and show your support by bringing your friends as well to the next H4 Summit. So thank you for that on behalf of the H4 Summit organizing team. Thank you all and wish you all good night and have an amazing rest of the week. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
888, nice. That's easy to remember as well.
Hope to see you next event. The next event, August 8th, 8 o'clock, 888 next.
Yeah, thanks.